going on, Jerome? So, of course, you know that Justin friggin' Jefferson is the king, the king, LFA, of the National Football League. And last offseason, you remember, Jefferson, in his birthday month, he got paid, got extended long-term, and it was something that obviously momentous, as Jefferson at the time was the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, and it took zero drama. Right, and that's one of the things that really stands out about Kwesi's negotiations. It doesn't get messy. It doesn't get into the media. It's not like Jared Jones is trying to win every single negotiation. And I think that agents like working with Kwesi because there's a level of respect between the player, the agent, Kwesi, and the team, and it's good to see. And Jefferson getting his 4-year, $140 million extension with $110 million total guaranteed. You're good to go, right? And Jefferson is under contract through the 2028 season, and likely is going to get an extension here coming up in a couple of seasons, freshen up that contract. But I know there was a lot of sticker shock at the time, even though obviously he was worth every single penny. But every single day, that contract starts to look better and better and better. And that's what happens. And Jefferson with a contract is now like, F you, F you, F you. You're cool, and F you. I'm out. All right. But here's why that contract looks really good. Because generally what happens with the cap going up and inflation, like players will just leapfrog each other for the highest paid XYZ in NFL history. Like there will be a group of players, a handful of players that not even like the best at the position, but we'll say top 10 at the position. They'll just leapfrog over and over and over. And this is good coming out of Washington. Brandon, Jay Daniels, MVP. I wonder who he roots for. On the VTRN Sports Lynchburg podcast, nailed it. Commanders insider Lake Lewis Jr. believes that Terry Mclaurin will receive a contract extension worth anywhere from $36 to $37 million average per year. A $36 to $37 million contract would make Mclaurin the second highest paid receiver in the NFL. Now, Scary Terry is already on his second contract, looking for his third, but there's been some contract drama with him and the commies, and potentially some trade drama as well. But this is just part and parcel what's going on in the business, where, hey, Jefferson got paid last offseason. Terry's looking to get paid this year. And I have a lot of love and respect for Terry McLaurin, but are you taking Terry McLaurin over Justin Jefferson? No, you're not. And he's been in the league a year longer than JJ came in as a third-round pick in 2019 out of the Ohio State University. But, despite having 20 extra games in his career, Jefferson leads Terry in receptions, yards, receiving touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, one. Fantasy points and all that stuff, plus double up in the Pro Bowl, quadruple up on the All Pros. Also, he's got 1-0 goose egg DeAndre Russell, AP Offensive Player of the Year. So obviously, Justin Jefferson, again, respect. I think Terry McLaurin is one of the more underrated receivers in the game. I got a lot of love for him, but Jefferson is just better, right? And the fact that he's looking to get paid as much or potentially more than Jefferson, just speaks to how good that Jefferson contract really is. Because if you look at right now, so Jamar Chase, reset the bar, getting his 4-year, $161 million deal, which, by the way, it's important to note that even though Jefferson 140, Chase 161, but Jefferson has $15 million more in practical fully guarantees. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Right, pretty close in the total guarantee though. Yeah. But as wide receiver contracts keep going up and up and up, like this is what happens, right? And Jefferson is going to be leapfrogged probably by Terry. Let's be honest, and there's some other deals that'll be coming up as well, because wide receivers looking to get paid, whether they'll be eligible for an extension or they're a free agent. So next year Puka can sign an extension, as he's been 3 years in the league, and Puka's going to get paid. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison. Now maybe they don't exceed Jefferson's deal, but they're going to start coming close to it. Scary Terry, Mike Evans, Cortland Sutton are looking to get paid 2027. Malik Neighbors is eligible for an extension. Same thing with Harrison Jr., Ladd McConkey, BTJ, Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman, Drake London, Garrett Wilson. So it won't be long until Jefferson starts getting lapped by a couple of these other guys. Looking at Puka, but eventually Jefferson will be outside the top 5 and maybe even outside the top 10 before they look to freshen up that contract, which they absolutely should, because it would give Jefferson some more guaranteed money. It would lower his cap numbers, etc. But again, I know that there was some sticker shock when he signed that first contract initially, but every single day, every single way, it keeps looking better and better, right? And we still have the best wide receiver in the game. As you said, it's not about the money, it's about the respect, and respect the hell out of him. Yeah, respect the hell out of he and the Vikings getting something done, not holding out for every single final penny, and unlike some other negotiations, and he's good to go, right? But the whole Scary Terry thing, it's just that's the cost of doing business, and that's the cost of waiting. That's why Dallas had to overpay Dak. That's why Dallas had to overpay CD. That's why Dak is going to have to overpay Micah Parsons, because they keep dragging their feet. Howie does it right. Howie Roseman of the Eagles, they take care of their guys a year early, maybe even 2 years early, and they get a better rate, because that's what happens when you pay early. And that's what the Vikings need to start doing as well. That's what they start doing, which is a good sign. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Justin Jefferson's contract every single day looking better. It's a steal. It's a bargain. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys, the best thing you have to do. Skol, production value.